Reaching across the void, humanity's greatest attempts to communicate. Welcome to the Deep Sleep Channel. Tonight, we explore one of humanity's most profound drives, the drive to reach out, to communicate, to connect with other intelligences, to know that we are not alone. This is a journey through humanity's greatest attempts to reach other species. Some attempts reach toward the stars, hoping that somewhere in the cosmos, intelligent beings are listening. Other attempts reach toward the animals that share our planet, trying to understand if there is consciousness beyond our own. We are a species obsessed with connection. We build instruments to listen to the cosmos. We send messages into the void. We try to speak the languages of animals. We are desperate to know, are we alone? Is consciousness unique to humans? Can we ever truly understand another mind? Close your eyes. Let us travel across the cosmos and across the boundaries of species. Let us witness humanity's greatest attempts to reach beyond ourselves. Let us contemplate what it means that we are always trying to connect. Let us understand our profound loneliness and our boundless hope. This is a meditation on connection, on the yearning to communicate, on the possibility that intelligence and consciousness are not rare, but abundant, on our place in a universe teeming with minds trying to reach each other. The Pioneer Plaques, humanity's first message to space. In 1972, NASA launched two spacecraft toward the outer planets, Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11. These were robotic explorers designed to study Jupiter and Saturn, but they would eventually leave the solar system, drifting into interstellar space. NASA scientists realized something profound. These spacecraft would outlast humanity. They would travel through the cosmos for billions of years, long after the sun dies, long after Earth is gone. These spacecraft would still be traveling through space. And if they were traveling through space, perhaps they would be found. Perhaps an extraterrestrial civilization might discover them. Perhaps they would know that humans had once existed. So NASA decided to include a message from humanity to whatever civilization might find the spacecraft. The message was simple. It had to be. No one knew what kind of intelligence might discover it. How would an alien civilization interpret anything we sent? The solution was visual. A picture, a diagram, two images on a golden plaque attached to the spacecraft. The first image showed a man and a woman. Their bodies were shown, their anatomy revealed. It was humanity's way of saying, this is what we are. Simple, direct, visual. The second image showed the location of Earth. It showed the position of the sun relative to nearby stars. It showed what direction the spacecraft had come from. It said, this is where we are from. The plaques were small, just a few inches, but they contained an enormous amount of meaning. They were humanity's first attempt to communicate with a civilization that might not share any common language, any common history, any common understanding of the universe. The Pioneer Plaques drifted away from the solar system. They continue to travel through space even now. Somewhere in the galaxy, they drift. Perhaps one day, billions of years in the future, an extraterrestrial civilization will find them. They will wonder about the creatures that made them. They will know that humans once existed. The Arecibo Message, binary code from Earth, In 1974, scientists at the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico decided to send a message to the stars. But this message would be different from the Pioneer Plaques. This message would be more complex, more sophisticated, more revealing. The message was designed by Carl Sagan and Frank Drake, pioneers of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. They created a message encoded in binary, the language of computers. Ones and zeros, the simplest possible information. The message contained information about mathematics and physics. It contained the numbers 1 through 10. It contained information about the chemical elements. It contained the structure of DNA, the molecule of life. It contained information about the solar system. It contained an image of the Arecibo telescope itself. It contained a representation of the human form. All of this was encoded in 1,679 binary digits, a number chosen specifically because it can be arranged as a rectangle in two different ways, 73 by 23. An extraterrestrial civilization receiving this message might try different arrangements until they found one that made sense. The message was transmitted on November 16, 1974, in the direction of the globular cluster M13, about 25,000 light-years away. Think about this. The message will take 25,000 years to arrive. If a civilization receives it and decides to respond, their response will take another 25,000 years to travel back to Earth. A conversation that spans 50,000 years. A conversation that will involve neither you nor anyone living today. A conversation that might never happen. And yet, we sent it anyway, because the possibility of connection was too important to ignore. Because the chance that someone out there might hear us was worth the effort. The Arecibo Message remains one of humanity's greatest acts of communication. It represents our desire to reach out, our hope that someone is listening, our belief that the universe is not empty, but full of minds trying to connect with each other. The Voyager Golden Records, Sounds of Earth. But if the Arecibo Message represented the scientific side of communication, the Voyager Golden Records represented the human side, the emotional side, the soul of humanity. In 1977, 2 spacecraft were launched toward the outer planets and beyond. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Like the Pioneer spacecraft, these would eventually leave the solar system and drift into interstellar space forever. And like the Pioneer spacecraft, NASA included a message, but this message was unprecedented. It was not just visual, it was audio, it was music, it was the sounds of Earth. A committee led by Carl Sagan selected the contents of the Golden Records. They included greetings in 55 languages. They included music from around the world. Beethoven, Mozart, Chuck Berry, Louis Armstrong, a Bulgarian wedding song, Indian classical music, Japanese flute music, Peruvian panpipes. They included sounds of Earth, a train, an automobile, a footstep, a heartbeat, laughter, a mother and child talking. They included scientific data, images of Earth, information about human civilization, diagrams of human anatomy, and they included messages from world leaders, President Jimmy Carter recorded a greeting. United Nations Secretary General Kurt Waldheim recorded a message. All of this was compiled onto a golden record, literally golden, gold-plated copper. Chosen because gold would not corrode, the record would last for billions of years. The Voyager Golden Records represent humanity at its best. They represent our music, our beauty, our love, our connection to each other, our desire to share ourselves with the universe. The records are still traveling through space. Voyager 1 and 2 continue to transmit data back to Earth. Even now, nearly 50 years after their launch, they are humanity's ambassadors. They carry our message to the stars. And they say something profound. They say, we are here. We exist. We are creative. We are musical. We love. We are worth knowing. SETI, the patient search for a response. For nearly 70 years, scientists have been searching the cosmos for signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. They point radio telescopes at the sky. They listen. They search through billions of radio channels. They wait for a signal. Any signal. Some indication that intelligence exists beyond Earth. The search is called SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It is one of science's most patient endeavors. Scientists work knowing that they may never find anything. They may search their entire lives and never hear a single signal from an alien civilization. But they search anyway, because the possibility of connection is too important to ignore. SETI began in 1960. A scientist named Frank Drake pointed a radio telescope at a nearby star and listened. He heard nothing, but the search had begun. For decades, scientists have listened. They have scanned billions of channels. They have searched with increasing sensitivity. The equipment has become more sophisticated. The search has expanded to include more stars, more frequencies. But the cosmic silence continues. No signal, no clear evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. Yet the search continues. Because somewhere in the cosmos, there might be another species doing exactly what we are doing. Another species listening to the stars. Another species wondering if anyone is out there. Another species desperate to connect. The wow signal. Did someone answer? In 1977, something extraordinary happened. A signal was detected. A strong, unexplained signal from deep space. The signal came from the constellation Chi Sagittari. It lasted 72 seconds. It was strong. It was unmistakable. An astronomer named Jerry Ehman was monitoring the data when he saw the signal. He was so astonished that he wrote, "Wow," on the data printout. The signal became known as the WOW signal. Was it an alien transmission? For a moment, it seemed possible. The signal was so clear, so strong, so unexpected. Scientists around the world erupted in excitement. Had we detected an alien civilization? Had they been trying to contact us? But then, the signal was never detected again. No matter where scientists pointed their telescopes, they could not find the signal again. No other observatory detected it. The signal vanished as mysteriously as it had appeared. Was it an alien transmission? No one knows. It could have been natural radio emission from space. It could have been radio interference from Earth. It could have been an error in the data. But it could also have been an alien signal. And that possibility, however remote, captures the imagination. For one moment in 1977, we may have heard something from beyond, something trying to reach us. The wow signal remains one of astronomy's greatest mysteries. It is a reminder that somewhere out there, something might be trying to communicate. We just have to listen carefully enough to hear it. Whales, intelligence, singing across the ocean. But while scientists search the cosmos for signals from alien civilizations, intelligence already exists on our own planet. Intelligence that we are only beginning to understand. Whales sing. Humpback whales produce complex songs that travel for thousands of miles through the ocean. The songs are beautiful. The songs are intricate. The songs change from year to year, as if the whales are composing new music. Each population of humpback whales sings a different song. The songs are learned. Young whales learn the songs from older whales. The songs evolve and change. They are passed down like musical traditions. What are the whales saying? What do the songs mean? Scientists have only begun to understand, but it is clear that whales are not just making noise. They are communicating. They are expressing something profound. Some researchers have played music to whales. Classical music, modern music. The whales respond. They seem to listen. They seem to be moved by human music, as if two intelligent species, separated by millions of years of evolution, can still connect through music. Whale song is evidence that consciousness and intelligence are not unique to humans. Whales have thoughts. Whales have feelings. Whales express themselves through music. We are not alone in consciousness. We are not alone in the ability to create beauty. On this planet, at least, intelligence and consciousness are not rare. Dolphins, names, and echolocation. Dolphins are perhaps the most intelligent animals on Earth besides humans. They communicate using clicks and whistles. They use echolocation, emitting sounds and listening to the echoes to navigate and hunt. But dolphins do more than just use echolocation. They seem to have names. Each dolphin has a unique whistle. When a dolphin hears another dolphin's whistle, it responds by repeating that whistle. It is as if the dolphin is calling the other by name. Dolphins recognize individuals. They remember each other. They form social bonds. They mourn their dead. Scientists have attempted to communicate with dolphins. They have created artificial whistles and clicks. They have tried to teach dolphins commands, and the dolphins have learned. They have understood. They have followed instructions. They have invented new behaviors. There is clear evidence that dolphins are conscious, that they think, that they feel, that they understand the world in ways similar to humans, but adapted for their ocean environment. Dolphins represent a civilization that evolved independently from humans, a civilization that developed intelligence and consciousness without ever being human. Proof that consciousness is not unique, that it can arise in different forms, in different environments, in different bodies. If we can learn to communicate with dolphins, we can learn to communicate with anyone. We can learn to bridge the gap between different minds. Koko the gorilla. Language and consciousness. In 1972, a young gorilla was born in captivity. Her name was Koko. A psychologist named Francine Patterson decided to teach Koko sign language, American Sign Language, the language used by deaf humans. No one expected it to work. Gorillas do not have hands designed for sign language. Gorillas do not have human language. It seemed impossible, but Koko learned. She learned signs. She learned to communicate. Over her lifetime, Koko learned over 1,000 signs. She could express herself. She could make requests. She could answer questions. She could show understanding. Koko asked questions. She asked about colors. She asked about animals. She asked about herself. "Who is Koko?" she sighed. She was aware of herself. She was conscious. Koko expressed emotions. She grieved when her kitten died. She drew pictures. She had preferences. She had personality. She was not just an animal. She was a being with an inner life. Koko proved something revolutionary. That consciousness is not unique to humans. That language is not unique to humans. That intelligence can exist in different forms. A gorilla and a human, separated by millions of years of evolution, separated by entirely different bodies and brains, could still connect through language, could still understand each other, could still communicate. Koko died in 2018, but her legacy lives on. She showed us that other intelligences exist, that consciousness is not rare, that it is possible to bridge the gap between different minds. Kanzi the bonobo. Grammar and understanding. If Koko showed that apes could learn sign language, Kanzi showed that apes could understand grammar. Complex grammar. The kind of grammar that requires sophisticated thinking. Kanzi was a bonobo, a primate even more closely related to humans than gorillas. Scientists taught Kanzi to communicate using a keyboard with symbols. Each symbol represented a word or concept. Kanzi learned to use the keyboard. He learned to combine symbols in meaningful ways. But more than that, he understood grammar. He understood that word order mattered. He understood that adding symbols could change meaning. If told, "Put the avocado in the pan," Kanzi would do it. If told, "Put the pan in the avocado," Kanzi would seem confused, recognizing that the instruction did not make sense. Kanzi could follow multi-step instructions. He could express complex thoughts. He could ask questions. He showed evidence of sophisticated reasoning. Kanzi demonstrated that the ability to use language is not uniquely human, that other intelligences can use symbols to represent abstract concepts, that communication between different species is possible if we provide the right tools. Bonobos and humans share 98.7% of their DNA, but that tiny 1.3% difference makes an enormous difference in our brains and our capacity for language. Yet the similarities are so great that with effort and patience, we can communicate. The bee waggle dance. Ancient language. While great apes use language similar to humans, other creatures have developed entirely different forms of communication, forms that do not require sound, forms that do not require symbols. Bees communicate through dance. When a bee discovers a flower, it returns to the hive and performs a dance. The dance communicates the location of the flower, the direction, the distance, the quality of the nectar. The dance is mathematical. It is precise. Other bees watch the dance. They understand. They fly to the flower. This is language. Not spoken language, not written language, but language nonetheless. A system of communication that conveys complex information. The waggle dance proves something important, that language does not have to be like human language, that different intelligences will develop forms of communication suited to their bodies and their environment. If we ever encounter an extraterrestrial civilization, they may not use sound or symbols. They may use something we have never imagined. Light, electromagnetic fields, chemical signals, forms of communication that are completely alien to us. But if we are creative enough, if we are patient enough, we might be able to understand. We might be able to decode their language. We might be able to communicate. Elephants, mourning and emotion. Elephants are among the most intelligent animals on Earth. They have complex social structures. They form bonds that last their entire lives. They have extraordinary memories, and they communicate. Elephants use low-frequency sounds called infrasound. These sounds travel for miles through the ground. They can communicate over vast distances. But more than that, elephants seem to experience emotions. They mourn their dead. When an elephant dies, other elephants gather around the body. They touch it. They seem to grieve. Elephants recognize themselves in mirrors. They show self-awareness. They seem to understand that they are individuals, that they have an identity. Elephants teach each other. Older elephants teach younger elephants where to find water during droughts. They pass on knowledge. They have culture. Elephants prove that consciousness and intelligence are not rare. They prove that mourning and grief are not unique to humans, that other species experience emotions as profound as our own. The octopus, alien intelligence on Earth. Perhaps the most alien intelligence on Earth is the octopus. An octopus is a creature so different from us that it is almost like meeting an extraterrestrial. An octopus has 9 brains, 1 central brain, and a brain in each of its 8 arms. The arms can solve problems independently. An octopus can change color in milliseconds, displaying complex patterns and emotions through its skin. An octopus is highly intelligent. It can solve puzzles. It can use tools. It can recognize individual humans. It can open jars. It can navigate mazes. And the octopus communicates through color change. Waves of color ripple across its body. Patterns appear and disappear. These colors and patterns seem to convey emotion and intention. The octopus is proof that intelligence can take forms radically different from human intelligence, that consciousness can exist in creatures with completely different brains, completely different bodies, completely different ways of perceiving the world. If we encountered an extraterrestrial civilization, they might be like octopuses, radically different from us, difficult to understand, but still conscious, still intelligent, still worthy of communication. The Cambridge Declaration on Consciousness. In 2012, a remarkable declaration was made. A group of scientists gathered at Cambridge University and declared that animals are conscious, that animals are aware, that animals have subjective experiences. This might seem obvious, but it was revolutionary. For centuries, many people and many scientists believed that only humans were conscious, that only humans had inner experiences, that animals were merely machines. responding to stimuli without any awareness or feeling. The Cambridge Declaration stated that consciousness is not unique to humans, that it exists in other mammals, that it exists in birds, that it probably exists in other creatures as well. This declaration changed how we think about animals. It suggests that we have a moral responsibility to animals. It suggests that animals deserve respect, that their experiences matter, that their suffering is real. It also suggests something profound about communication. If animals are conscious, if they have inner experiences, then they have something to say. They have thoughts and feelings that could be communicated if we could only figure out how to listen. The Great Ape Project, recognizing personhood. In 1993, a remarkable project was launched, the Great Ape Project. Its goal was to grant legal personhood to great apes, chimpanzees, bonobos, gorillas, and orangutans. The reasoning was simple. Great apes are conscious. They have self-awareness. They have the ability to think about the future. They can form complex social bonds. They can suffer psychologically. If these characteristics define what it means to be a person deserving of rights, then great apes should be recognized as persons. This is revolutionary. It challenges the idea that being human is the only thing that matters. It suggests that consciousness and intelligence are what matter. That if another creature is conscious and intelligent enough, it deserves rights. The Great Ape Project has achieved legal victories. In some countries, great apes have been granted some legal protections. They are no longer considered property. They are recognized as having intrinsic value. This represents a fundamental shift in how we view other intelligences. We are beginning to recognize that intelligence and consciousness are not uniquely human, that other creatures deserve respect, that communication and understanding are possible across the boundaries of species. The philosophical question, what does communication mean? As we drift into sleep, contemplating all of these attempts to reach other intelligences, we contemplate a fundamental question. What does communication mean? Communication at its heart is sharing meaning. It is transmitting thought from one mind to another. It is making yourself understood. It is understanding another. Communication does not require words. It does not require sound. It does not require any particular medium. Communication is possible through dance, through color change, through gesture, through sound, through symbols. We have attempted to communicate with extraterrestrial civilizations using radio waves and mathematical symbols. We have attempted to communicate with animals using sign language and keyboards and sounds. In each case, we are trying to bridge a gap between different minds, a gap between different types of consciousness, a gap that seems insurmountable until we find the right method. The fact that we keep trying says something profound about us. It says that we believe consciousness is common, that intelligence exists in many forms, that communication across difference is possible. It says that we believe we are not alone in the universe, not alone on our planet, surrounded by other minds, other intelligences, other consciousnesses trying to understand us as we try to understand them. We are not alone. The evidence is clear. Consciousness is not unique to humans. Intelligence is not unique to humans. The ability to communicate is not unique to humans. On our own planet, Elephants mourn their dead. Dolphins have names. Whales sing complex songs. Apes learn language. Octopuses solve problems. Bees dance directions. Crows use tools. Parrots learn words. The evidence suggests that consciousness is common, that it arises in many forms, in many species, in many environments. And beyond Earth, we do not know. We have sent messages to the stars. We have searched for signals. We have listened. We have waited. But the cosmic silence continues. Either we have not been listening in the right way, or the universe is larger than we can imagine, or consciousness is rarer than we hope. But we keep trying. We keep reaching out. We keep searching. We keep listening. Because the possibility of connection is too important to ignore. Because knowing that we are not alone would change everything. Sleep and connection. As you drift deeper into sleep, let your mind contemplate connection. Connection across species. Connection across the cosmos. Connection between minds trying to understand each other. Sleep, knowing that we are not alone, that consciousness exists in many forms, that intelligence is not unique to us. Sleep, knowing that on this planet, other creatures are thinking, whales are singing, dolphins are clicking, elephants are rumbling, apes are signing, octopuses are changing color. Sleep, knowing that beyond this planet, somewhere in the cosmos, there might be other minds, other consciousnesses, other intelligences trying to reach us as we try to reach them. Sleep, knowing that we have sent messages to the stars, our voices traveling through the void, our music, our greetings, our hope. Sleep, knowing that we continue to search, we continue to listen, we continue to try to communicate with the animals that share our planet. Sleep, knowing that consciousness connects us all, that understanding is possible, that communication bridges the gaps between different minds. Sleep, knowing that we are reaching across the void, trying to touch another consciousness, trying to say we are here, we exist, we want to know you. Sleep peacefully, knowing that the universe is full of minds, that intelligence is not rare, that we are connected to all consciousness, whether human, animal, or extraterrestrial. Final words. Good night from the Deep Sleep Channel. Dream of messages traveling through space. Dream of whales singing in the ocean. Dream of apes learning to speak. Dream of octopuses changing color. Dream of the moment when we finally hear a response from the cosmos. Dream of the moment when we finally understand the language of animals. Dream of the moment when different minds connect across the boundaries of species. Dream of reaching across the void, reaching toward the stars, reaching toward the animals that share our world, reaching toward consciousness in all its forms. Remember that we are driven to communicate. We are driven to connect. We are driven to reach out and say, we are here. Remember that consciousness is not unique to us, that intelligence is not unique to us, that we are part of a larger community of minds. Remember that communication is possible, that understanding is possible, that we can bridge the gap between different minds if we are patient enough, if we are creative enough, if we are dedicated enough. Good night. Sleep well. And dream of all the minds out there trying to reach us. And and all the minds we are trying to reach.